Welcome everybody. Welcome to Creative Edge. Today we are going to discuss the NID 2017 paper. We had a few questions from the verbal ability section and the current affairs section. So we'll be discussing those today. I hope you are able to solve them with me together. All right. Let's go to the first question. Yes, the first question says, which color of flame represents the highest temperature? So according to this, the answer would be D, that is the white colored flame. The next one is, which of the following is this image associated with? They had given this image and it was asked to it was asked what it is associated with. So the answer to this would be B, which is the universal serial buffer. The next one is, which of the following is not yet a UNESCO World Heritage Site in India? So the answer to this is C, River Island of Majuli, which is midstream of Brahmaputra, Assam. Recently, it was made a UNESCO site, but that happened after this paper was out. And in 2016, this place was declared as the first island to be a district. All right. The next question is not related to current affairs or verbal ability. We'll skip it and go to the fifth question. The fifth question says, identify the organization which uses the given symbol. This symbol, the panda, very famously, it is associated with C, Worldwide Fund for Nature. I'm sure most of you all must have got this answer right. Are you aware of what is the symbol for PETA, PETA, which is People for Ethical Treatment of Animals? It is the leaping rabbit. Just FYI. And the Forest Research Institute, which is mentioned in option B, is a research institute which is one of its kind and oldest institution, which is located in Dehradun, India. They train cadets for as military rangers and things like that. All right. Let's go to the next question. Question number 6 says, which of the following is the correct breathing pattern? Yes. So if you take a few minutes off, focus on your pranayams, you will come to know that the answer to this question is B. All right. Let's go to the next one. Indian state, which is referred to as the Spice Garden of India. Very easy question. This answer to this question would be B, that is Kerala. And I'm sure that this is something that you would remember while we were doing class 3, class 4, history and geography. We've already done this since while we were quite young at school, right? Let's go to the next question, another geography based question. The gray area marked in the given map of India is the river basin of an important river of the country. Identify the river. Are you aware of the rivers and where they flow? If yes, this wouldn't be too difficult for you. The answer to this question is C, which is the Godavari River. If you can make out, you will see that the river, the darkened area is close to Maharashtra, where the river Godavari flows. All right. Let's go on to the next question. The next question is, the correct arrangement of the names of governors of the RBI from 2016 in chronologically reverse order. So now what you have to do is you have to arrange them year-wise, but also in a reverse order. So the answer to this one was pretty easy. It was option A, wherein Urjit Patel was the latest governor and Raghuraman Rajan after that, 4 D. Subbarao after that, Y.V. Reddy after that, Bimal Jalan prior to that. So basically, this is how it was, but it was arranged. You have to arrange it in the reverse order. All right. So just for clarity, let me just state the timings that they were RBIs for. Bimal Jalan was the governor from 1997 to 2003. 2003 to 2008, it was Y.V. Reddy. And 2008 to 2013, it was D. Subbarao. And 2013 to 2016, it was Raghuraman Rajan. And Mr. Urjit R. Patel was from 2016 to 2018. From 2018, the governor of RBI was Shaktikanta Das, who is still the governor, and he is the 25th governor of the of RBI. All right. Let's go on to the next question quickly. Which of the following pair of devices had the same inventor? Very easy. This question did not require too much of thinking, I'm sure. The A question, uh, which is the telephone and the mm, electric bulb, were invented by Graham Bell. The next question, which is the only planet in the solar system that is not named after any mythological god? The answer to this question is again an easy one. Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, all three were named after Roman gods, but Earth is the answer to this question, which was not named after any god. All right. So Venus was the goddess of love. Jupiter was the messenger who was quick on his feet, and Mercury was another god. I know. I think Mercury was the messenger of God, and Jupiter was the king of gods. That's how it went. Okay. Chaliye, let's go to the next question. The 12th question says Telangana is the youngest state in the Republic of India and was established on 2nd June 2014. Which of the following was the youngest state in India before that? All right, so now let's just understand what they mean by the youngest state. It means the people of the average number of young people in the state, not uh, the state that is that is separated or something like that. Okay. So the answer to this is Jharkhand, which uh, was formed on 15th of November 2020. Okay, let's go on to the next question. The component ferrule is associated with which of the following objects? Do you have any idea of what ferrule is? I'm sure that you all being designer students or students who are planning to pick up a career in architecture, designing, and of the sort, you are aware of where ferrule would be. This shouldn't be too difficult a question for you. The answer to this is that it is associated with the brush, and there is this metal ring which is near the handle and the hair of the brush, which is used for protection or for binding it together. That part of it is known as the ferrule. All right. Which of the following is an Indian classical dance form of North India? The answer to this one is very easy. It is Kathak. Kathak hails from the northern territory, and it is practiced in a lot of Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Delhi, Rajasthan, these areas. Of course, now pan India, everybody has started taking up Kathak, and but this is where it originated basically. All right. Let's go on to the next question quickly. The next question is nothing associated with language or current affairs, so we'll skip that. We'll go to the next question. Which of the following is who is the first Indian woman to win an Olympic medal? I'm sure it should not be a difficult one. It was Karnam Maheshwari. She won this medal in the 2000 Sydney Olympics, and she won it for weightlifting. Okay. The next question is Albert Einstein was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1921 for. Uh, the answer to this is the photoelectric effect. And there is a very lovely story or a fact that goes with this, that when in 1920 the uh, award was 1921, the award was announced, there was no suitable winner or nobody who fell into the right criteria set by Alfred Nobel, on which the prize is named after. So what they did is they had to hold back the prize, and this award was given a year later in 1922 to Dr. Albert Einstein. All right. So this is a very lovely story that goes with it. I hope you guys remember this. Yes. Mm, the leaves of the plant are green in color due to the presence of chlorophyll. Very easy answer. We've been doing that in science right from class 1, class 2, I think, right from the day we had science as a subject, right? Identify the set of countries where Tamil is recognized as an official language. Yes, so Tamil is recognized as an official language in India, Sri Lanka, and Mauritius. Yes. Okay. Let's go on to the next question. Um, None of these questions are based on language or the sort. We'll go on to the next question. Uh, yes, this was a beautiful question, which was language based. Question number 28. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes. This is actually from the novel by Maya Angelou, if you've read her. So in this passage, the author is talking about, so the author, whatever the author is talking about, it is about racial and gender discrimination. The reason being, one, they talk of, okay, let's not understand, let's just eliminate the options here. You may shoot me with your words and you may cut me with your eyes is just a metaphor which is used to describe this. There is no physical violence involved over here. Okay, so we'll eliminate these two options, which are related A and B, which are related to violence. And when we come to the C option, the only difference is the gender part, which is very clearly visible that it talks of gender violence, or sorry, gender discrimination, as it says, does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? There is a mention of women being involved, or out of the huts of history, shame, blah, blah, blah. So that's what they're talking of. Then racial, yes, I rise, I am a black ocean. So they're talking of someone who's black, and they're talking about the oppression that she had to suffer while she was a lady who was black. That's how the lines evolved. All right. So just to pinpoint it over here that this is from Maya Angelou's books. Beautiful work that she does there. Okay, let's go to the next question. A very lovely question here. Mr. Rao is late to catch his question number 31. Sorry. Mr. Rao is late to catch his flight as he sat tensed in his cab, which was zipping through the city traffic. He wished he had not fallen to the persuasion of his daughter, whose plea who he could never refuse, for having lunch with her before he left. So, based on the above, his calculation can be described as, so the words that are given there, probably check your vocabulary as well as your presence of mind. Calculative, if he had been calculative, he would have uh, reached the flight on time, right? Next, careless. Careless when is late to catch his flight. Yeah, partially can be right, but still the cab was zipping through the traffic, so it shows that had he been careless, he would have absolutely left the flight. Glutton, he would have been if he was gorging on the food that was presented in front of him, not taking into consideration his daughter's emotions. All right. So the only one that we are left with is caring. Okay. Very aptly mentioned there. All right. Let's go on to the next question. The next few questions are, oh yes, this is a question that is language based. Meaning of this quote by Sir Isaac Newton is close to which of the following four options? If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulder of giants. So now what he means by this is, let us first frame a rough or a shadow answer of our own. It says that if I have seen further than others means that if I have moved one step ahead than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. So there were people who have set certain criterion or have set certain benchmarks on which he has been able to move ahead. So the answer that we can most closely relate to is the B option, which is new knowledge builds on existing knowledge. All right, let's go on to the next question. Uh, mm, yes. Read the paragraph carefully to answer question numbers 38 to 40. It's a very lovely paragraph. I'm sure that it wasn't too difficult to uh, 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 go through this passage. Hurricane Sandy was quite a recent thing when this paper came into being. Okay. So, Hurricane Sandy, the first question states that among the statements below related to the passage above, which combination of statements can be said to be most incorrect? Now, what we need to pay attention to this kind of questions is what is asked. Okay. So, here they are saying most incorrect. As a student, my tendency would be when I have these kind of questions to just quickly go through the statements and ignore the question, which is why your presence of mind is very much needed and you need to pay attention to what is mentioned in the question exactly. Okay. Now, most incorrect means that there has to be something wrong in the statements. So let's look for the wrong question statements. I'm sure you all have all read the passage to your best ability. And Hurricane Sandy is the name of a very big storm. This is a true statement. Adam Sobel does not remember of having heard. Yes, he did not. So this is a true statement again. The use of the word unprecedented so often in describing a superstorm is unprecedented. Unprecedented. A very complex statement, very judgmental again. So this kind of a sentence can definitely be an incorrect statement, because when we are talking of statements, there are a lot of facts that are mentioned, but this kind of a statement could be a judgmental view. Okay, so it can be subjective from person to person, it can vary. So then that would be a your one of your options. The next one would be Mammoth Hybrid is another name for the superstorm that stuck in New York in 2012. Was it named Mammoth Hybrid? I don't think so. Hurricane Sandy unleashed waves of such heights that were unprecedented in the meteorological history of New York. Yes, this was a fact. The probability of for a hurricane to veer sharply westward in mid-Atlantic and hit the west coast of America is low. Is low. And there is again, this is a judgment, and there is nothing that is saying so. So 3 and 6 are surely two of those such options which are not true, and that is mentioned in your B statement and your D statement. But one is the name of a storm that struck New York in 2012. One is a fact that is mentioned there, so one cannot be included in the sentences options below. So your answer would be uh, B, which is statement 3, 4, and 6 for that matter. Come to the next question. The next question says the term mammoth hybrid that is used to describe Hurricane Sandy it refers to, it's talking of hybrid basically, and a hybrid that was really big. All right. So in the end, if you see lines, yes, it in turning it also merge. In the third last line, it you will come to know that mammoth hybrid is being talked of the winter storm and the hurricane both together. So the answer has to be B for this one. Okay. Let's go to the next questions. The next questions are 41, 42, 43, 44. Let's look for a few more verbal ability or career current affair questions. No, I don't think we have any such question now. We have a passage that has, yes, very good. This was another passage which was mentioned there, Banaskantha. Okay, there was just one question pertaining to this, a very easy question. Why are the poor cattle breeders of Banaskantha forced to migrate? The answer to this one is clearly mentioned in line 1, 2, 3, 4 from top. The former migrate out of choice. And in the first line itself, it says that it has a tradition of cattle breeders who lead a nomadic life. So your answer to the 64th question has to be nomadic tradition. All right. Nothing difficult in that one. So in your entire set of verbal ability and career of current affair section, this was the last question in the NID paper. A very small amount of questions, but easy nevertheless, not too difficult. If you've averagely also worked in your verbal ability and current affairs section, I'm sure you must have fared well. You would have been able to fare well. So let's make this our forte. Let's try and work in this area and make most marks in the least amount of time. All right. Thank you so much. We'll meet again in the next paper.